October 13th, 2025 is a very special day for the ARMY around the world. Because Park Jimin, one of the BTS members known for his sweet smile and soft heart, just celebrated his 30th birthday. But not only his birthday was a warm conversation, but also a meaningful gift from his friend and group mate, Jungkook, who successfully made Jimin shed tears while live on Weverse. Birthday cake warm moment begins. Jimin suddenly appears live on Weverse. As is the tradition every year, Jimin never forgot to greet the ARMY on his birthday. This time, at exactly midnight Korean time, Jimin appeared live on Weverse, wearing a simple black hoodie and a face without makeup, looking natural and comfortable. He smiled warmly as he said, "I can't sleep, so I thought I'd talk to you guys for a bit. It's my birthday, right?" ARMY comments instantly flooded the screen. Thousands of birthday greeting messages, prayers, and heart emojis are flying in seconds. But what made the live atmosphere so emotional wasn't just the warm togetherness between Jimin and the fans. It was when Jimin started telling stories about gifts from Jungkook. Wrapped gift Jungkook's gift that made Jimin couldn't hold back tears. With a slow but emotional tone of voice, Jimin began to open the story. "Today I got something from Jungkook, and I really didn't expect him to do that." The ARMY was curious. What could have made Jimin, a usually cheerful and calm figure, so deeply moved? Jimin then pulled out a small box that he briefly showed to the camera. He smiled as he said, "I don't know if I can tell you everything, but it's something really personal." Jungkook said he wanted to give me something that was not only expensive, but had meaning to me. After taking a deep breath, Jimin added, "He wrote a letter. His own hand. The letter contained things he never told me in person." When he said that sentence, Jimin's voice sounded trembling. He paused for a moment, lowered his head, then smiled slightly with eyes that began to glaze over. He said he was proud of me. He said I was a strong person, even when he knew I was struggling. Jungkook said he learned a lot from me. After that, Jimin wiped his tears with a small laugh, trying to break the atmosphere. "I always thought of her like a sister I wanted to protect, but it turned out that all this time, she also protected me in her own way." Loudly crying face, Weverse atmosphere full of tears and love. As soon as Jimin said that phrase, thousands of comments from the ARMY flooded the screen. "You two are so precious. Our 95Z brothers always make us cry. Jungkook and Jimin's bond is unbreakable, purple heart." Some fans even wrote that they cried with Jimin when they heard his story. The moment felt very sincere and real, not because of the expensive gift, but because of the deep meaning of friendship behind it. Jimin then continued that in addition to the letter, Jungkook also gave a symbolic gift, a silver bracelet with a small engraving that read, "Always with you." He said, "Let me always remember that he exists, even if we are not in the same place." That simple sentence instantly broke the atmosphere. Jimin smiled weakly as he said, "I said to Jungkook, you know, you've given me more power than you realize. The 97-line bond that never fades." Jungkook and Jimin have been known to have a very special relationship since the beginning of BTS's debut. The two often show closeness behind the scenes, from rehearsals together to supporting each other in their solo careers. Since Jungkook is serving in the ARMY and Jimin is also active with his individual activities, their moments of togetherness are less and less seen. Therefore, this story feels very touching because it shows that although they rarely see each other, the fraternal relationship is still strong and sincere. Even in the live, Jimin had mentioned, "I haven't had a chance to reply yet, but maybe later I'll sing something for him." Fans immediately speculated that Jimin might release a new song inspired by Jungkook. Many felt this moment reminded them of the early days of BTS, when the members always showed boundless support for each other. Jimin reveals his memories with Jungkook. The live moment became even more emotional as Jimin began to remember the early days of BTS. "I still remember when we first trained in that little space. Jungkook was only 15 years old, and I always called him baby. But now, he's grown into someone extraordinary." He laughed quietly as he said, "Sometimes I miss those days. We often go home at night, eat ramen together, and talk to each other about our dreams. I never forget one night when he said, "Hyung, if we make it, I want to buy you something." And you know what? He really kept his promise, albeit in a modest way. Jimin paused for a moment, then added, "He gave me the shoes in 2017, and I still keep them." But Jungkook's best gift wasn't objects. It was the fact that he was always there for me. The ARMY's crying. As soon as Jimin recounted the passage, ARMY's comments exploded on the screen. Many wrote, "I'm crying right now, loudly crying face." Jungkook Bond forever Purple Heart. They're not just members, they're family. Even the hashtags #JiminLive and #JungkookMoments instantly trending on Twitter, X in minutes. Fans shared a snippet of a video of Jimin staring at his bracelet while smiling with teary eyes. Some fans also wrote that the moment felt honest and raw, something Jimin could only show when he truly opened his heart. Milky Way, I learned a lot from Jungkook. In the middle of the live, Jimin looked back at the camera and said calmly, "You know, I always said I wanted to be a reliable figure for Jungkook. But the truth is, all this time, he's also what made me strong." He then smiled a little. Jungkook may be younger, but he has a very big heart. "Sometimes I feel like he's older than me. I learned a lot from him about hard work, sincerity, and courage." The sentence made the ARMY even more moved. Jimin seems very sincere and loving when talking about Jungkook, not just a coworker, but a brother who is always present in his life's journey. Microphone Jimin sings short, make fans more moved. Near the end of the live, Jimin was holding a small guitar beside him. It says, "I haven't practiced much, but I want to sing a little. This is a song that always keeps me calm." He then sang a snippet of the song Letter, one of the solo songs he has ever dedicated to the members of BTS and ARMY. His voice is soft, full of emotion, and makes the atmosphere very haru. After the song ended, Jimin smiled faintly and said, "I know a lot of people are waiting for me and Jungkook to perform together again. I waited for that day too. But for now, I just want to say, I'm so grateful to have her." Crescent Moon, the implicit meaning behind Jungkook's gift. Jungkook's gifts aren't just things. For Jimin, it is a symbol of friendship, memories, and mutual understanding between two people who have gone through so much together, from trainee times, debuts, to the peak of global popularity. Many soldiers commented that the gift reflected Jungkook's personality. Simple, but meaningful. "He doesn't just love things, he loves feelings," wrote one of the fans on X, Twitter. Meanwhile, other fans wrote, "The letter from Jungkook to Jimin must be very valuable. They're like real brothers, not just colleagues." Jim's love for the world has never wavered. After the live ended, the hashtags Happy Birthday Jimin and Jimin We Love You immediately became trending worldwide on various social media platforms. Many fans edited photos, made tribute videos, and reshared pieces of Jimin's crying moments on live. Some brands even celebrated Jimin's birthday with giant billboards in Seoul, Tokyo, Paris, and Jakarta. All of that shows how much love and support for Jimin, who is now entering a new age with a stronger spirit and heart. Rose closing, a simple moment that will not be forgotten. Jimin's Weverse live may have been short, only about 40 minutes, but it left a deep impression on anyone who watched it. No grandiose setting, no stage lighting, just an honest Jimin talking about his feelings. The moment was a reminder that behind the glitter of the K-pop world, there is a story of real and sincere friendship. Jimin and Jungkook are not just two idols, they are two best friends who grew up together, strengthened each other, and showed that true affection can come in its simplest form, a letter and a line of words, "I'm proud of you." And for ARMY, that night wasn't just Jimin's birthday. It was a celebration of love, friendship, and warmth that made BTS always feel like family.